Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're new, I am Tashi and we do pick a card readings over here. So if that interests you, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And today's pick a card reading will be a mystery topic. So I'll pop items on your card options in just a moment, but if you prefer to choose now, that is absolutely fine. You may find you are drawn to a group now and drawn to a different group once the items are laid out. So if this is the case, then you likely have messages in more than one reading. This is the type of pick a card reading where you can watch more than one reading if you feel called to. As you can see, we have a little bowl of topics here, and we are going to let Spirit decide for you today. I just keep adding topics to this bowl as I think of them, so if you'd like something added, then do comment below, but we'll choose from the bowl in each of your individual readings. And I do have a mystery topic playlist on my channel, so if you enjoy this type of reading, then head to my playlist and check that out. But now let's get your items. So these are your options. Group 1, we have this little white feather. Group 2 is the little bottle of aquamarine. Group 3 is the tiger's eye. I love the grooves and the patterns in this one. And group 3 is this shell. Very interesting one. So those are your options, group 1, group 2, group 3, and group 4. If you don't feel immediately drawn to a group, you can pause the video and scan each option. Once you've decided on what group is for you, you can get to your reading by clicking the chapters at the bottom of the screen or scrolling down to the timestamp in the description box below. But without further ado, let's jump into it. Let's find out what Spirit really wants you to know. Hello, group 1. If you felt drawn to this cute little white feather, then this will be your mystery topic reading. I meditated on your item before filming and pulled one card, as you can see. But to understand the context of this card, we first need to find out what your reading will be about. So, Spirit, what is group 1's reading about, please? So let's see here. We have how to deal with your grief. How to deal with your grief, okay. I find it so interesting that this topic came out with the white feather that you were drawn to. Often our angels, our spirit guides, and even passed on loved ones will leave feathers on our path as a way to communicate with us, as a source of comfort. And some of you may be thinking, you know, well, I haven't lost anyone recently, I'm not grieving. But grief doesn't only have to be about losing loved ones. It could be about losing part of yourself because of a situation you were in. It could be about a broken relationship in your life. It could be about grief around the life you want that you don't yet have. The baby you have yet to conceive, the dream relationship you want, the job, the property, the peace of mind. Grief can be many things, so you will just have to apply it to your situation. And if something doesn't resonate, then know that message wasn't meant for you. Because I do sense this is going to be a heavier reading, but I also feel you were brought here for a reason. And that's what I like about these mystery topic readings. I feel like they provide advice around what you need to hear rather than potentially what you want to hear. Now I can hear a lawnmower outside. I feel like this happens in nearly one of the readings, in all of my videos, there's always someone mowing their lawn, so I apologize if you can hear that. But let's take a look at your card here. You have the Queen of Crystals, and isn't she beautiful? The Queen of Crystals in this deck is the Queen of Swords. I'm going to pause your reading in a moment just because of the lawn mowing when I go and choose your decks for this reading. But the Queen of Crystals is the Queen of Swords. So it's about setting clear intentions. And this is an interesting card to come up because the Queen of Crystals or Swords is rather emotionless. She uses her mind, her logic to cut through any obstacles and find the answers and clarity that she seeks. And I definitely don't think you should be avoiding how you feel. I don't think you should disregard your emotions, but there is this message here about setting clear boundaries, I feel. Using your intelligence, your mind when looking into the future. This could be like getting outside and exercising. You were sad, you were down, you don't want to leave the house, but logically you know that if you push yourself to look after your own well-being, then it will make you feel a little better. For those dealing with those feelings of grief around not having what you want out of life, the Queen of Crystals says, get to the heart of the matter. Seek out the truth of why this may not be occurring in your life. Are there things you need to let go of? Is there an avenue you haven't tried? Have you put yourself out there enough? Are there insecurities you need to work on? The Queen of Swords or Crystals is the blunt queen, the tell it like it is queen. So I do feel there's a need to look at your grief in a logical and matter-of-fact way, which I know will seem just impossible for those who have lost a loved one recently. And as I said, I'm not saying don't face your emotions, but intellectually knowing that this person meant a lot, these feelings are the worst, and this grief is not going to simply go away, and then moving forward with your grief and logically looking at what you can control in your life, what you can do to be more healthy, to feel more whole again. Setting clear intentions around the healthy habits you can do to start healing. But I'm going to go away for a moment and see what decks I feel called to use for your particular reading and wait for the lawn mowing to stop. So I will be right back. Okay, I've chosen the decks that I felt called to for this particular topic. The mowing has stopped. We are good to go. So let's see what comes through for you, Group 1. Okay, how can Group 1 deal with their grief, please, Spirit? How can Group 1 deal with their grief? We have love. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. I love that. Because doesn't love trump everything? Even grief? We've got blame at the back of the deck. I accept responsibility for my well-being. They really came flying out. We have judgment. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. And you had the grief card. Of course, I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. Wow. So for those who are grieving a passed on loved one, there's this need to stop judging yourself here, I feel. Stop judging how you've handled the situation, what you should have said to them. Because they know, like, you can still speak to them, they will hear you. And I can feel in the energy here how hard you are on yourself for how you've handled a situation, for something you've said or not said. And this could go for those who have had a relationship end too, any relationship in your life. Often we only truly start appreciating something when it's no longer in our life. So there is this message here around gaining that perspective, gaining that perspective where you do start appreciating those who are already in your life. Put your time and energy into them, those you love who are in your life now, and bring everyone together for them, for you. Share the love and share your grief, group one, and stop with the negative self-talk, that judgment. And for those who are grieving something that you have yet to access, that you have not yet manifested into your life, I would say again, stop being so hard on yourself and blaming yourself for the fact that you haven't found that perfect relationship, the perfect house. You haven't managed to conceive that little rainbow baby. I keep being drawn back to a baby. Someone really wants a baby here. I strongly feel that Spirit is asking you to focus on the positive things in your life right now, your loved ones, your passions, your hobbies. Appreciate those good things and stop judging. Stop judging yourself and your path. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges, it says. Pop this one over. Where do I want to put it? I did only have 2 cards. Only 2 cards were intended here, so we'll just pop that one there for now. Okay. Let's see what else comes through. How can group one deal with their grief, please, Spirit? Oops. 4 of Cups reversed. To slowly take baby steps towards change, actively putting the time and energy into yourself in order to get out of this dark energy and work towards a more positive mind frame. Yeah, 3 of Cups. And surround yourself with your friends. I remember hearing a quote somewhere, pain shared is pain halved. Pain shared is pain halved. Confiding in friends is important if you feel you can. If you feel up to it, get out and socialize more. Go for a night out and drinks with friends. If you don't feel up to that, then surround yourself with people you love and trust who can support you. Four of Wands. The Four of Wands can be about community, having community around you. You can see those 4 wands here. The 4 wands, 1111. It may benefit for you to look out for 1111, seeing 1111 in your everyday life. Seeing 1111 in your everyday life whilst thinking about a loved one is a sign they are thinking about you too. But I'm strongly feeling your community is important here, group one. The Four of Wands is about love, harmony, commitment, committing to yourself, to you, I feel, focusing on your health, getting out into the community, getting fresh air, finding some kind of joy or peace here. Strength, of course. And reminding yourself of how strong you are. I sense you have been through much in life, group one, and you can get through this too. Queen of Pentacles at the back of the deck, and she is the queen of order, of getting everything in order, getting the day-to-day in order. Strength is about patience. Having the courage and patience to move forward even in the hard times. So be patient with yourself, care for yourself, have compassion for yourself, and take those baby steps. Finding support and creating healthy habits. And this is actually where the Queen of Swords or crystals comes in. She can be blunt, as I said, she can be hard, but she gets to the truth of the matter. She gets clear intentions and follows through with her plans. And so I feel strongly setting short-term goals that are focused on your well-being is vital here. That's not to say you should force things. You'll need to process your grief and hold space for it, but also hold space for exercise, healthy meals, loved ones, talking about how you're feeling. If you feel overwhelmed with emotions, you can also start writing about it, creating space for that time to write your feelings down, which will in the future help you to take the next steps and talk about it with others in your life. Start making small changes, creating a healthy routine. Make a plan that is solely dedicated to you and your well-being. I do want to end your reading with some affirmations because I feel like this topic is heavy. It's a lot. And I wanted to end it with some affirmations for you. So Spirit, what does Group 1 need to know? What will help them right now? The moment I embrace my peace within and surrender the outcome is the moment that the universe can truly get to work. So there is a need to surrender here. Embrace my peace within and surrender. When I'm connected to my joyful presence, I attract support from the universe. So trying to find that joy again, and I know that's hard, particularly when you are grieving something, but looking for the joy again, getting out with friends and confiding in them. One more. What does Group 1 need to know? What will help them right now, please, Spirit? 2 more. My vibes speak louder than my words. I am the dreamer of my dream. And I do feel this, my vibes speak louder than my words, I am the dreamer of my dream, is more so directed at those that are yet to access that, who are grieving what they have yet to access. There is this strong message coming through to try and find the joy, to look for what's good in your life and focus on the positives in order to manifest peace and abundance into your life, in order to manifest what you are currently grieving. Obviously, that message isn't for those who have lost a loved one. There's just this overall message to confide in friends and your community, Group 1. That's important. And 4 of Cups reversed is about taking baby steps. Strength is about patience, having patience in yourself at this time. And really focusing on looking after yourself right now. This my vibes speak louder than my words is also telling me that your people are noticing that you are grieving at this time. They're noticing how you're feeling and they want to be there for you. It's coming up in the 3 of Cups and the 4 of Wands. You have people there who want to love and support you through this time, who want to be there for you. So the main message here, Group 1, is quite obvious, and that is we need to start looking after our well-being, eating healthy. Queen of Swords, forcing yourself to get out and have fresh air, drink water, look after yourself, and clearly identify what you need to do in order to bring that health back into your life, not only mentally but physically, because grieving really does take it out of you. And try and find small moments of joy within your day. That's what I'm getting for you, Group 1. Quite a heavy reading, but I hope this has helped you. Grief is an incredibly hard thing, and I'm sending all of my love to you. But thank you so much for being here with me. I hope this helped. Bye.
Hello, group 2. If you were drawn to the bottle of aquamarine, then this will be your mystery topic reading. I'm just now realizing that I used this bottle in my last mystery topic reading. But anyway, now before filming, I meditated on your item and pulled your card. But first, we need to find out what your reading is all about. What you don't see about yourself. What you don't see about yourself. I love it. A lighter topic after group 1's reading. And I am glad this topic came out because often our perception of ourselves is a little warped, and the way you appear to the outside world is completely different than you'd expect. Often we view ourselves through a much more judgmental lens and find it hard to see all of the good things. But in the same token, we may think we are acting kindly and nicely and only have others' best interests in mind, but that's not how they see it. We will have to see as we get deeper into your reading. But let's take a look at your card here. We have the 10 of Stars, which is the 10 of Pentacles in this deck. I'm hearing family, collaboration, working together, team player. Notice the little family down here. The couple cuddling, the children, looking on at the family tree. The dog off to the side is a sign of loyalty. I'm feeling you are extremely loyal, group 2, and many of you, whilst may already know this about yourself, I don't feel you realize the extent of it. You come across as a supportive, caring, loyal person that values family and friendship. The 10 of Pentacles is about financial abundance. It is the financial abundant card. And while you all may not be rich in a materialistic way, there is this feeling of you looking well off. Like some of you dress really well or appear well put together. There's this air of confidence about you, I feel, even when you aren't feeling particularly confident. You are poised. You look like someone who has their stuff together, group 2. That's what I'm getting, this sense of composure that would make people wonder if you come from money. I get the sense you are the type of person who will make it long term. Things may not be great right now for all, but with the 10 of Pentacles here, I can see you are incredibly hardworking. You are focused on success and focused on your family. I'm going to now step away and see what decks I feel called to use for this particular reading. You won't notice, but I'll be right back. Okay, let's see here. What does group 2 not see about themselves, please, Spirit? Continuance. Interesting. This is telling me you are resilient, group 2. You are a very strong person. Even when hardships rear their head, you have this strength about you. Okay, let's take them. Healing at the back of the deck. You have a very healing energy, group 2. So we have emotion. I'm hearing hydration with the cucumbers here, which is interesting. Some of you may look after your health, like you like to look after your health. But I'm also simply feeling that you are quite easy to read when it comes to your emotions, when it comes to how you feel. Communication, a good communicator. Some of you are quite animated when you communicate with others, with your hands, your facial expressions. I feel others enjoy this, like it's a good energy. And longevity. This really goes back to the continuance card, I feel. You are the type of person who stands strong when put through trials in your life. You also stand by your loved ones. You are very dedicated, reliable, and loyal, I feel. All really great qualities. I truly feel you face any troubles head on, group 2. That's coming through strong here. You have this self-control about you and this mental, emotional strength. And even though people in your life seem to be able to read your emotions quite easily, there's also respect here. That's the word they are giving me, respect. Some people in your life may be able to tell you are angry, sad, upset, but there's also this air of respect about you. You handle yourself. Like you handle yourself. There's this respect there about that, how you stand strong. I'm hearing stand the test of time. Like I'm feeling if you were competing in some kind of competition that involved sticking it out, that involved mental willpower and sheer determination, you would win. Like I'm picturing one of those Survivor episodes. Comment below if you watch Survivor. I'm picturing one of those challenges where the people have to stand in the heat on a log for hours to win a good hearty meal. And I feel strongly you would be good at that. And obviously that's not going to resonate for all because you will all have your own unique strength and resilience. But one thing is clear here. You have this mental endurance that is mind-blowing and you will do anything for the ones you love. Let's get Tarot to see the bigger picture. What does group 2 not see about themselves, please, Spirit? Knight of Cups. You are a bit of a romantic, group 2. You may not realize how often you are led by emotions. You are strong on an emotional level, but there's also this dreamer air about you. We see emotion with your cucumber card and the Knight of Cups. The Knight who is in touch with his emotions. Four of Swords. Some of you may not realize you are withdrawing from much in life. Subconsciously trying to take a moment to breathe, to rest. I also feel this peaceful energy, like you radiate this peaceful energy with the Four of Swords here, group 2. You just want balance in life and you just want peace. No chaos over here. Thank you very much. That's not to say you can't handle it. You can, but you will avoid drama where you can. I feel like that was supposed to be upright. It landed kind of reverse though. Yeah, half and half. We'll just take both meanings. So do just take what resonates. Page of Pentacles upright tells me you're quite ambitious, group 2. You are willing to learn, or the thought is there at least. The thought's there with the card landing a bit funny. Like you think about what you can do in a very practical, logical way, like what you can do to obtain your goals or manifest your dreams, which takes us back to the Knight of Cups, the dreamer. But Four of Swords, some of you may find you withdraw and think a lot, but don't always act. Nine of Cups at the back of the deck. You do appear to have your shiz together, group 2. You make others feel really good about themselves. You are a real motivator, I feel. Five of Wands. Five of Wands is about competition. You may not realize how competitive you are under the right circumstances. The Page of Pentacles falling in reverse slightly. This may be a sign that, and this won't resonate for all, but some of you may be stuck in a little bit of a fantasy when it comes to your goals. Some of you may not realize that you are thinking about what you want and you aren't acting. As I said, Four of Swords, withdrawing and thinking a lot, trying to figure out where to go next, but not physically taking that next step. I feel like this is a sign to act, group 2, in a very practical and matter-of-fact way. Act, not in an unrealistic way. I don't mean to sound blunt or mean, because I can see you are a very strong and intelligent person. But Tarot is meant to guide us. So there is this message here from Spirit to act on something practically. Like, act on it practically. Do what you can to move forward, to take that step. I'm hearing you don't need to wait anymore. You don't need to wait anymore. Don't put unrealistic expectations on yourself, but do take the first step. But essentially what I get from the energy and from your cards here is that you are an incredibly hardworking, loyal person who will do anything for the ones you love. I do want to get you one more oracle card. What does group 2 not see about themselves, please? Skatey. Authenticity, truth, honesty. Isn't she beautiful? You are a trustworthy person, group 2. You are genuine. And while many of you may be like, well, Tashi, I already know that about myself, I do feel some need to be reminded of this. Others see this in you too. You are the type of person who others feel they can confide in. They can tell you their deepest, darkest secrets, and they feel safe to do so. You are the type of person who makes others feel safe, who lifts them up and makes them feel safe to be themselves. Because you are an authentic person, and this is a motivator to others. Your energy lifts others, particularly with the Nine of Cups at the back of the deck there. But that's what I'm getting for you, group 2. What you don't see about yourself is all very great things. You have a real strength about you. But thank you so much for being here. Please do like the video if you enjoyed, and I hope this reading found you well. Bye. Hello, group 3. If you are drawn to the tiger's eye, then this will be your mystery topic reading. I meditated on your item here and pulled this card before filming today, so I'm interested to see what topic comes through. Now, during the meditation, I was being shown a pig, and I know this sounds a little bit of it's a bit of a funny thing to be shown, but often Spirit shows me animals because I connect with animals and can associate them with certain meanings. And pigs are very wise animals, more self-aware than many realize. They can be a sign of good luck and intelligence, but they can also often be associated with greed, like materialism comes to mind, possessiveness. This could be you or someone in your life, so I will keep that in mind throughout your reading. But first we need to find out what your reading will be about. We have a message from your ancestors. So your ancestors want to pass on a message, group 3, some advice. An important message, I feel. Often ancestors come in and want to connect with us to help with karmic patterns or difficult cycles in our life, often cycles that have been passed down generationally. And I'm not saying this will be the case for all, but there is a reason you were drawn to this group today, and that is because your ancestors want to help you with something. But let's take a look at your card. Four of Cups. Okay, this makes sense. Like the imagery, the message with the pig I was being shown during my meditation makes sense with the Four of Cups here. And I want to pass this message on in a very well thought out way. Please do remember that Tarot is here as a guide to help us with our struggles in life. So if you don't feel you need advice, if everything feels fine and dandy in your life, then these readings are not going to help you. You can see the woman here has her face in her hands looking not happy, and she's absorbed in these 3 cups in front of her. And those 3 cups represent what's working in your life. Perhaps you have a good job, a steady income. Perhaps you're in a solid relationship. Perhaps you've been able to buy your dream home, but you're still not happy. You still don't have the sense of emotional fulfillment and joy, like that satisfaction that you thought you'd have once you gained this thing, whatever it is that you wanted. And that's what I feel this reading is really going to be about, group 3. It's not that you're greedy. It's that luck has appeared to actually be on your side in an aspect of your life. You've obtained something, and it may only be something small, but you've reached some kind of goal, been successful in some kind of endeavor, managed to lock down a love interest that you've been crushing on for such a long time, whatever resonates. It will be different for everyone, but you still feel like something's missing. You are annoyed with those feelings you are having. You are confused about why you still feel unfulfilled, unhappy, when you have reached the goal that you've been working for. And your ancestors want you to know that there is something you aren't seeing here. You can see this cup being offered to the woman here, this offering, but she isn't seeing it because she is so absorbed in all of these other cups. Your ancestors want you to make you aware of something you aren't seeing because you are focused on something else. And let's find out more about this. I'm going to step away for a moment and see what decks I feel called to use for this reading. Of course, you won't notice this because I'll cut it out, but I'll be right back. Okay, I've got the decks together that I felt drawn to here. Let's jump straight in and see what comes through. Spring, see your seeds grow. Your ancestors want you to be aware that something is developing here. Something is ready for growth. There is an opportunity for abundance here. And that's what the cup you aren't seeing is in the Four of Cups, I feel. Trader, exchange energy to create abundance. And this makes perfect sense. This card comes into a reading when you are being asked to extend your energy to others, support others, and you will be supported. There's an energy exchange. Mountains at the back of the deck, stand your ground. I feel like this is your ancestors wanting to remind you to be strong at this time, group 3. I'm hearing don't settle. Don't settle. If something doesn't feel quite right to you, if something feels off, then you don't have to settle for that. There is something else out there that will inspire you, an offering coming out of the clouds. And your ancestors want you to know that this offering, this opportunity will allow you to move into a space in your life that feels more fulfilling and more in line with you, that feels right. If you are feeling irritated that something isn't unfolding in your life how you expected it to, that something doesn't make you feel the way you expected it to, then that's okay. We all aim for certain things, have certain goals that we reach for, and then find once we get there, it isn't exactly what we wanted after all. Going through these types of experiences doesn't mean we've failed. It means we are getting closer and closer to our true self. And that is what's happening for you, I feel. Some of you have tried many different things, whether it be work-related, hobby-related, or even relationships. like relationship related, and it hasn't worked out how you'd expect. It didn't feel fulfilling or right once you started or once you obtained it. But trying shows real strength. And what your ancestors really want you to know is to keep trying, keep putting your energy out there, because there is an opportunity that is for you waiting around the corner, and it's something new. You just need to open your eyes to new possibilities, allow yourself to be open to others, and let others in. What does group 3 need to know, please? If I can pick it up. High Priestess. And the Wheel of Fortune. 2 major arcana. Major arcana represent major life events. The wheel is turning in your favor, group 3. High Priestess to the Wheel of Fortune, there is a major shift coming, big personal growth here that is coming in the form of an offering, an opportunity. And this is something your ancestors want you to embrace. Your ancestors are asking you to trust your intuition and embrace this change. Queen of Cups. The queen who is most in touch with her emotions. She is the psychic queen. She can also represent a nurturing, loving, and supporting person in your life, someone you aren't fully seeing or fully embracing, I feel, because you are so focused on something else. I'm feeling strongly, group 3, that there is someone in your life that your ancestors want you to exchange energy with, because they have something to offer you that will lead to not only a level up spiritually, like a deep personal growth, but a tangible opportunity. They will encourage and support you. They will get behind you. Judgment. Yes, you are being reborn here. Empress at the back of the deck. So many signs of growth here. The Empress reminds us that growth requires 50% effort and 50% faith that that effort will be rewarded. Two of Swords. There's a choice for you to make. And it may seem impossible. I'm hearing, do I stay or do I go? Do I stay or do I go? And that won't resonate for all. It may simply mean, do I stay in this energy or do I step out and follow where my intuition is guiding me? You are being encouraged to have more awareness. Understand you are meant for so much more. Your ancestors are asking you to weigh up your actions to ensure they are in line with your true values and beliefs. So you can learn from your experiences and move forward with more awareness and positivity here. You have 3 major arcana here, 4 with the Empress at the back of the deck. This is a significant time in your life, group 3. And I get the sense this awakening, this change, that will mean growth and more fulfillment, that will mean abundance. I'm feeling strongly this will require you to break some patterns, to stop focusing on what isn't working, to stop trying to fill your life with what you think you need to have, with what's expected of you. Which takes us back to your main card, the 4 of Cups. The 4 of Cups can be seen as the grass is always greener card. Focusing on what other people have, being influenced by them and feeling you need that too. But then when you obtain part of that, you find you don't feel as fulfilled or happy with it as you thought you'd feel. But your ancestors want you to know that there is something else out there, something worth growing. Perhaps for some, something your intuition has already been nudging you towards, but you haven't acted on. If you find you are holding your energy back from something that feels right, then now is the time to change that. Now is the time to be honest with yourself and to be vulnerable. Because there is something worth putting your energy into, something you haven't done before. Lately, things may have felt like they aren't going your way, but there's an opportunity for much positive change if you let go and really embrace it. I'm feeling strongly that you need to go within to seek that guidance, Group 3, High Priestess. Stop looking for the answers externally. The answer is within you. Of course, Queen of Cups, do confide in those you trust who will support you, but this change will first need to come from you being open and honest with yourself. These are some really good cards here. Good karma, the wheel turning in your favor, should you choose to embrace it. It looks really good. But let's see what else needs to come through here. "999. Thank the past for your lessons and leave it where it belongs, so you can make the best of the life that is still waiting to be fulfilled by only you. I am unique." "18. You are both open-minded and hearted, and your ambition is to leave this world better than you found it. Ensure that your goals are aligned with the collective need and the highest good of all. I am kind-hearted." And we have 5. Flexibility is your forte. When life throws you a curveball, you can easily adapt to new circumstances and find excitement in the unexpected change. Be brave and bold in your endeavors. I am adaptable. And this all comes through very clearly today, Group 3. You may like to write these cards down, these angel numbers down to help you on your journey. But 999, you do need to make peace with anything you've done that didn't turn out the way you'd expected. Thanking the universe for those lessons in order to leave space for the life that's waiting for you. Remaining open to yourself and your intuition so that your goals align with your highest good. And reminding yourself that you are resilient. You can adapt to these changes. You are brave enough to step outside of your comfort zone and embrace new opportunities that feel right to you. But that's what I'm getting for you, Group 3. Thank you for being here with me. I hope this reading found you well. I hope it helped. You can show your support by liking the video. But yes, I hope you have a lovely day. Thanks, Group 3. Hello, Group 4. If you felt drawn to the shell, then this will be your mystery topic reading. Before filming, I meditated on the shell you were drawn to and pulled your card. And we'll take a look at your card in just a moment, but let's first see what your reading will be about. What is the outcome of this situation? And this is a very broad topic. It could really be any situation in your life, a situation that you've been wondering about. Do just take what resonates within this reading because each person's situation is different, but we are going to try to get you more clarity around what you're going through at this time, around what is happening. And if you currently aren't wondering about how a certain situation in your life is going to play out, then this may not be the reading for you. But I will say we all as human beings are always wondering about something in our life. So I think a good idea now for those who aren't immediately sure about what situation Spirit has brought you here for today would be to pause the video and just take a moment, close your eyes and wait for the situation to make itself known to you. It could be the outcome to a relationship in your life, a job interview, a big move you are making, a small move you are making. It could be anything, but just take a moment and wait for that thought to come. For most, I sense you know straight off the bat why Spirit led you here today. But let's take a look at your card here. 10 of Wands. Wands are about passion, energy, heat, and creativity. But the 10 of Wands can be about those feelings of heaviness, of burdens, of having too much to do and not enough time to do it. And I'm certainly not saying this is your final outcome, group 4. Please don't click off the video, because if you made it this far, I do feel you're here for a reason. I actually feel this is more your current energy. I would like to tell you a story of the 10 of Wands, because it's not all bad, and we'll pull more cards to see the bigger picture in just a moment. But I sense with the 10 of Wands here that you have taken on much, group 4. You're trying to do it all and you aren't sure if you'll be successful. There's self-doubt there. And I get the sense you are worried that you've placed yourself in some kind of box and started something new that, yes, you feel passionate about, like you feel passionate about your situation in a way, but you're wondering if you are strong enough to carry the load, to keep the spark ignited. I get the sense you're getting in your head about it. But the story of the 10 of Wands is, yes, that woman is carrying a heavy load there, but she is strong and she is determined. She's working hard for that load. She's harvested it, and she is now carrying it to the town in the distance. She is going to sell those wands at the town and profit off her hard work. The 10 of Wands is a sign that you will be successful with determination, group 4. I'm very interested to see what else is going to come through here. With that being said, I'm going to step away for a moment and see what decks I feel called to use for this particular reading, and I'll be right back. Okay, I have your decks here ready to go. I want to first use Tarot to see the outcome of this situation, what the outcome will be. I'll then use some Oracle cards as extra advice around your situation from Spirit. So let's see here. What is the outcome to group 4's situation, please, Spirit? Knight of Cups. 2 of Swords. 2 of Swords. I do feel there is some kind of crossroads, but the 2 of Swords is your current energy, I feel. A decision needs to be made. This may be around a relationship for some with the Knight of Cups here. Could be a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Doesn't have to be though. That is a lot. Queen of Wands at the back of the deck. I'm feeling this is you, your energy, but it could be someone else in your life, someone very magnetic, bold and courageous, someone sociable. Strength. King of Cups. Yes, there's a lot of pieces to this puzzle, a lot of people involved, I feel, or a lot of people with opinions with all of the court cards showing up. Ace of Cups, an emotional offer. There was going to be an influx of emotion here, group 4. You are going to feel very full, I feel. The Ace of Cups can also be a sign of a baby coming. So if you're trying for a baby, this is a very good sign. How are we going to lay these cards out? This is more than I intended. Yes, I'm getting the sense that this situation, group 4, this crossroads, this decision involves a lot of people, a lot of fingers in the pie. Even though it is your burden, 10 of Wands, there are many who will be affected by this decision. But I also feel with strength here, even though this is the outcome, I feel that you have been very patient. You've been dealing with this situation the right way. It's weighed heavily on you, but you have done the right thing here. And now you know what to do, and you will remain strong throughout the process with strength here. If we look at this in order, we see within the Two of Swords the start of your story, the situation you are in, and the decision you've had to make. It hasn't been easy. But Knight of Cups, you have taken action. Knights are a sign of action, and you've led from your heart here, and this is a great thing. The Knight of Cups is about romance, love, emotion, following a dream. If this is about a person, then I see within the Knight of Cups that they are a real charmer. They will really connect with you on an emotional level. And we see that within the King of Cups too. Strength to the King of Cups, the outcome to this situation is going to see you on another level when it comes to your emotional intelligence, Group 4. If it's in relation to work, the King is a leader and strength is great patience. This will be a work environment that will see you connecting with others, working together and collaborating, influencing, inspiring others. I see a close connection in this new endeavor whom you can confide in and work with in a very harmonious way. If this is in relation to love, I see this connection being a deep and mature one. I see this person making an offer, if they haven't already, and I see a strong and lasting bond. Queen of Pentacles, you are going to be getting it done, Group 4. The Queen of Pentacles is resourceful, practical, hardworking, and just the boss of bringing everything together and getting it done. You'll be making plans and you will be successful because of this. You will be successful. But she's also a very feminine energy, being a queen. You can see she's cradling the pentacle like it's a baby. So I see you providing much for the people in your life and them feeling the love. And this is seen within the Ace of Cups, an overflow of emotion and love coming in, feeling renewed, a sense of peace and love. So even though 10 of Wands working towards this outcome was and is a heavy weight, I see the end result being very good for you, Group 4. And the message I was hearing before, many fingers in one pie, which I don't even know if that's the right saying, but that's what I was hearing. This is telling me that people in your life have had their own opinions about the situation. They have had a lot to say, but ultimately I see you have made the right choice here. I'm feeling a very positive and warm energy. I don't know if you guys can hear the birds outside, but there's like this one bird that is just doing the same chirp over and over. Normally I love the birds here, but I'm finding that bird rather irritating. Maybe that's a sign that there's a certain person in your life involved in this situation that is rather irritating. You love them, as I do the birds, but you know, they're irritating you right now. But let's see what else comes through here. Advice for Group 4, please. Take time to breathe out, disseminating moon. Take a deep breath, Group 4. This card is pretty self-explanatory. I feel with this card coming in that you need to have faith that this was the right decision to make. Be bold and make the first move. Yes, be bold, be strong, be assertive. This hasn't been easy. Just remember to breathe and don't act rashly. Do take action, do be bold, but do this with a well thought out plan and in a way that doesn't put so much pressure on yourself. I am feeling strongly that even though action is required, this should be relaxed action. Like making a statement, then stepping back for a moment and taking a breather. I hope that makes sense. I'm not sure if it does. But there's something here about you doing you, group 4, in a very unapologetic way, but also not putting pressure on yourself, like making a move and taking a step forward, but then after making that move, just pausing for a moment and just taking a breather, because this is the right path, I feel, and the outcome is great, but there is this need to take that breath. You may need to remind yourself of that. You don't need to keep adding more and more to your plate here. Dark moon, pause and rest. You deserve it. We see this with the Take a Breath Moonology card. You are on the right path. And isn't this such a positive confirmation? Okay, that's a lot. I'll take the ones that landed on your cards here. Curiosity, what sparks your interest? For those that are currently feeling at a crossroads, like in your current energy, then Spirit wants you to go with what lights you up, what inspires you, even if others don't fully agree with it. Love and mother yourself. Yes, this is a time to think about yourself, group 4. Asking yourself what you want, what would be the best for you. No more people pleasing. This is you time. Making this about you and being more selfish will lead to this emotionally fulfilling, abundant outcome that we're seeing in the outcome of your tarot cards here. And I don't mean to say like, be selfish, don't look after others, because I just don't think that's in your nature. It's certainly not in the energy here. I just mean that you need to think more about yourself. Be less selfless, because the Ten of Wands as your main card is telling me that you are constantly doing something and more is constantly being put on your plate. Let's see what else here. Limitless. Know your worth. Dream. Wish upon a star. Because your dream outcome is attainable. New beginnings. From chaos comes calm. And isn't that line you're reading as a whole? Yes, this situation hasn't been easy. You have had a weight on your shoulders like no other. Not knowing the right path to take, not knowing what to do, whether that be your current energy or recent past. But trying to please everyone, which is impossible. But doing this to the point you weren't connecting with yourself, with your wants and desires. But now you can see this is indeed a path that you are meant to be going down, and the outcome is rather great. That's it from me, group 4. I hope this reading has helped you in your situation. I hope it's brought you some peace of mind. Thank you so much for being here with me. Do like the video if it resonated, and hopefully I see you in another reading. Bye.